Hi there and welcome back. In the last video, I've shown you how to correct a mistake that is done in a previously created model and view. It is important because the development process can be very complicated, and normally developers make mistakes as humans they are. So anyway, we need to know how to correct them properly without breaking our Odoo application. In this video, we are going to build a scalable guest registration model. This might be the most complicated model in this project. So we are not going to build it at once. We are going to build it little by little, starting from the simplest form, and then we are going to add the fields. There, please expect a lot of complicated fields, especially relational fields that will relate to two or three tables. Okay. So anyway, we'll do this slowly. Okay. And then the first thing to do is to go to our models folder, and then we'll create a guest registration.py. Okay, so we'll name this guest registration.py, being a model, of course. Okay, we'll add the necessary init.py later. Okay, or maybe we'll just add it now so that we won't forget. So we'll say copy this. We can also use commas, by the way. Okay, so we'll go to guest registration.py. Okay, I had this prepared, but we are first going to do get our imports and explain why we need them. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. We have guest registration.py. One of the imports is pytz. It's just a whole module that we need to format our dates, no, in different date formats. We also have date time, so that we'll be able to convert our date into strings, and the usual fields, models, and API, which we use to create computed fields. And this time we introduce a new uh, package called exceptions. We are going to do this because we are going to issue error messages to our users, like if there are conflicts in creating registrations and so on and so forth, or if you are going to ask for confirmations. No? So we need this because the prompts, okay, we'll use the exceptions and the error validations. Okay, for the moment we'll leave it as is. We will refer to this as we use the components. Okay, now let us create the metadata. Okay, to uh, avoid annoying you with my uh, typo errors, I just copy them. So we have the metadata. The name is hotel guest registration, and we have the description that will appear in our model. We'll save this first. Okay, so anyway, uh, one of the numbers that we have introduced before in the hotel documents is the guest registration card. So we need to refer to a guest registration ID. Okay, so we need a GRC. This is a hotel customized, company customized number. This is not a prime, not even just an internal key. Okay, so hotels will have registration cards, and in those registration cards they will have a number. So we'll refer to this as a guest registration ID. Okay, this is important because this is how hotels control the validity of the guest registrations. Okay, GRC, guest registration cards. Now every guest registration should refer to a room. Okay, so basically we cannot register a guest without a room. So we need to assign a room, and we call it room ID. And like in the past, no, room ID is a many to one field. Okay, which means that many rooms, or rather, a guest registration can refer to one room. Okay, there can be many registrations, and each of them refer to one room, no? Because there's no one-to-one relationship in Odoo. So let me explain the relationship. Room ID is a fields many to one based on hotel rooms. Now remember, we have rooms.py, no? And then we have the rooms model, and we have initial by default it will have room ID to be created by Odoo itself. Okay, so this will be the room ID, which is actually a foreign key, as we call it in SQL. This refers to hotel rooms, which means that it will do a left join there, and our string is room number. Okay, and then of course, no, the next part is the guest ID. Okay, so registration is a transaction between a guest and a room. So therefore, if you have room ID, we also need guest ID. And this time we refer to hotel.guests, and the string is uh, guest name. Okay. So if you look at guest, no, uh, it will have also a guest ID internally created by Odoo. So this is guests, no. It will have guest ID internally created from the class name. And then we need to have the room number. Okay, because room ID is a primary key. It cannot be understood. So our rooms are numbered accordingly. So we need a room name, okay, to be fetched from the rooms model. So this is a related field. Okay, so we have room name fields.car, room number related to room ID dot name. So which means it's going to look for room ID, which is the primary key of rooms. Okay, this is it. No, room ID. Room ID is the primary key of names, and that name we look for the name field in the rooms model. So we have the name field, which is actually the room number. Okay. So I told you this can be very complicated. And then aside from that, we also need to display the room type. Okay. So this is a second level relationship where we are going to relate from guest registration to room and to room type. So this is the third table involved. Okay. So let's have that. So this is found in room types model. We call it room T name. Okay, to identify it from room name. Room T name stands for room type name, and it's a field scar. It's a read-only field, by the way. All related fields or records are read-only. We will give it a string called room type, and it's related to room ID. Okay, room ID is a primary field in the rooms model, and it will look for the room type name in that model. But room type name in that model is also a related field. So this is a third relationship. So let's look that up. No, this is rooms. Room type name is another field related to room types. Okay. So I hope you follow. No. So there's a three-level relationship between guest registration to rooms and to room types. Okay, that ties it all together. Okay, okay. Now we can't have a guest ID. We need a guest name. Okay, let's include it from the let's fetch it from the guests model. Okay, that's why we created our guest model, because we want to refer to it in the guest registration. We cannot just relate with the guest ID because our users will not identify that. So this is also another relationship. It's a fields.car guestnet.name related by guest ID.name. Take note that guest ID is a many to one field referring to hotel guests. But remember that in the guests field, the name field is a computed field. Okay, we don't have a name field that is a character field. So let's look at that. Okay, so we have a name field, which is a concatenation of last name, first name, and middle name. Okay, so we have to do this one by one, and we need to have date created, okay? Date from schedule, and the actual date created. Uh, I think let's try to look up if we need this, because I think Odoo will make a date created. Okay, it's a create user ID. Yes. Okay, so Odoo will make a create date field based on the current date and time in your server. Okay, so it's important that your server date and time is also synchronized. No? It should have. So therefore, we will leave the date created, but we will have a format, no? Based on date created. Okay, so let's go back. Do we have the guest name? Yes. And then date from sched. Now we are going to, usually a reservation will have a date schedule. Okay, it will have a date schedule. You do not just uh, reserve a guest, but you'll have to ask him to, or her to identify whether he is going to specify, rather uh, stay for a specific period. This is a daytime time field, so we assign it a scheduled time in, and we say it's required because we cannot make a date reservation, or rather a room reservation, without a required field. It should be indexed, and the default value is the current date and time in our server. Okay. Now, if you have a date from schedule, okay, you also have a scheduled date too. So we'll have the same thing, but this time this is another date. Now we'll have a constraint which will require that date 2 should always be greater than date from. Okay, we'll have actual packs, okay, because we'll have actual number of heads. Let's keep things simple. We will not add. We will only add one single guests. Okay, and we have details. This is a remarks field. Okay, and of course we will have that multiple company specific field because each hotel will have its own uh, company ID. So different reservations will be unique to each hotel. So if you have several hotels in this application, they can have separate registrations which will not conflict with each other because each registration belongs to a particular company and its default value is the current company. Will not complicate matters this time. There will be more fields that we are going to add, and we're going to add them later. Okay. In the next video, we are going to make a simple list view that will show our basic guest registration model. Thanks for now, and bye for now, and thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video.